Hello, Namatame. Let's talk about stuff.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask
So
you.
please at least look at us. Nope, he's still pretty shell-shocked. That much is obvious.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Okay, he's looking at us. It seems that he understands what you're saying. What should you ask him? Okay. Who'd you throw in first? Actually, you know what? That's a great question. Did you kill those two girls at saving people? Okay, I want to ask this. Who did you put into the TV first above all others? Booyah, Yukiko!
Huh? Me?
So we didn't do anything with the first two. Gotcha. Okay. Did you kill those two girls? Okay.
They were killed.
Yes, they were.
I couldn't save them.
But you wanted to. Okay, alright. And just to clarify, saving people isn't through death, right? Okay.
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed.
So we can determine, at least from the things you're telling us right now, you don't want people to be dead.
That's why I put them in there.
Alright, okay.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching
As far
her.
as you know, that's the story, right?
And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight
And
Channel.
from your perspective, everyone you threw in came out okay.
It all falls into
Friggin'
place.
awesome!
His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Yeesh, 2 red herrings? Okay, well,
Indulge us in a few more questions.
okay. What should you ask him? Who killed the first two? Okay, yeah. If this is right, if we're thinking right, he doesn't know what they are.
What are you talking
He didn't
about?
write them. Okay. Let's see. Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
So what you're saying is, the time we met you was the first time that you've ever been in there. Okay. Do you know who killed the first two people?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Gotcha.
As I thought.
You... believe
Damn
me?
straight we do.
Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
Not yet, but we're working on it.
My Yumi.
And I did just get an extraordinarily weird hunch, but I still don't know if that's something to talk about.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
And not just dismiss it as absolute garbage.
Only...
Well, as far as we know, there could be other people in the world who guys have this power, but... I mean, I'm just assuming that with this being Persona 4, I'm guessing there were 3 before this, and they probably had similar plots.
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us. as
So
truth.
spill them beans!
Please. Tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Absolutely. How did you get involved in all of this?
All right.
Loading screens, apparently. Okay.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties.
As most end up doing, yeah, okay.
I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection.
And then you saw it.
And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi.
Or at least who you assume to be it. I mean, I imagine you have a pretty good idea on her silhouette.
Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water.
But why could you do that? I thought you needed a persona to do that. Then again, I guess I'm an exception too. Weird.
I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
Okay. Alright, okay. Makes sense.
I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected.
Right.
That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Namatame is casting his eyes downward painfully.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi?
Understandable train of thought.
I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
Okay.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remember that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend.
Trust me, dude, I wish it was.
But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated.
Right, makes sense.
Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself.
Okay.
Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl.
Saki.
She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body.
Alright.
And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did.
So what did you do?
So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
Just like it has with everyone else. But this was before we really paid attention to any of it.
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family
And
business.
that's how you ended up being a delivery man.
I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
Okay, that confused me. For some reason I thought he still had his job.
After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV...
She wouldn't listen to you. And that's why you didn't bother trying to talk to people. You just started throwing them in, because they wouldn't listen to you.
She looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on! Please!
And that's when you started doing what you do. Okay. That all, honestly, from his perspective, makes sense.
The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her.
And that's why you were so freakishly obsessed with saving people.
I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
Yeah, that does happen.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm not here to tell you whether or not that was a good decision.
She gave meaning to my life.
And that's why you took it so hard. Okay.
Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on
And
TV.
that was Yukiko.
That was you.
Okay, so where did you get the idea to throw people in, though? What made you think that place was safe?
She'll be kidnapped next. And murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, we'll save her then.
Okay.
The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling.
Because if he kept walking around and talking to people, and then those people ended up dead eventually a little later, then he would have been a prime suspect.
And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it?
That was just Shadow Yukiko being shadowy.
The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her.
Pretty decent logic, actually.
It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed.
At least he did try to do that.
It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought.
You had no idea.
Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
Gotcha. Okay, this is starting to make sense. But it all still goes back to the first guy who actually did kill those people.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break. You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they
Not
didn't believe
surprising.
me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could.
It was
do
really good cover. We only found out through miraculous guessing.
Are you telling me that I wasn't?
Absolutely
saving them?
not. No, you were throwing them into mortal peril.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about
Yeah,
myself.
I imagine you probably didn't think it was a good idea to be in there.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl.
Right, okay. It makes sense.
That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque
Full of robots
place.
and weird sentient mouth monsters.
I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that
Right.
world was. I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own. I thought I was going insane. I probably
You
did.
definitely were something for a little while there.
And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
Gotcha.
You really were trying to
Well,
save
now I'm
people.
really glad we didn't murder you.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect
Baseless
them.
assumptions.
I'm to blame for all
No,
of
no,
this.
no, you are not. You played a role in things. I admit that much. But, luckily for you, we saved anybody you might have accidentally ended up hurting, so... There you go, I guess.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside.
True enough.
I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences.
Right.
Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives
Right.
in danger.
It's okay, dude. It's okay.
The Midnight Channel and the other world? You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand that
Hell,
properly.
we've been going in there for months and we still have no idea what the hell that place is or why it does what it does.
We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility
And we would have
on
never
you.
heard any of this stuff.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started
You just
saving
didn't know it was us that was doing it.
The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a...
Then the guy who was in the shadows every time after we saved somebody on a rainy night, who was hanging out in the fog that we couldn't see, it couldn't have been him. So there is somebody trying to kill people out there.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crazy
Science!
here for?
My apologies. We'll be
Farewell.
leaving now.
What?
Wait,
What up?
I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about
Dude,
that
you do
world.
not have to ask us twice. That is the plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed
Although
any
he
murders.
almost accidentally committed 4.
It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into
Is it
the
even
TV.
possible to have 4, like, consecutive cases of unintentional manslaughter? Like, how does that even work after, like, 3? I don't... From an actual, like, statistical point of view, how do you accidentally kill 4 people at different points in the year? Anyway, you've taken another step towards the truth! Damn, we're doing so well! Okay, so, rank 3. Yeah, this is definitely end zone. The Seekers of Truth has reached 3, and that's great.
Now get
You
out
tell
of
me
here.
what to do, Wilson!
I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have
I
anything
didn't do
else.
anything!
Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Doesn't matter, we got all the info we need. I assume. I honestly don't know for certain.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for
And yet
dear
she's
life.
not dead. That is what we need to most focus on, okay? We've already hit the worst possible scenario.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
Exactly, but he clearly was on the case of doing something.
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here
Well,
on
it's not
out.
like that's, it's not like we haven't been doing that for a while anyway.
Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh
Right.
details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be
Astronomically, but we don't have a choice.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really
And even
going
then,
on.
we don't really know too much.
And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss
Okay.
our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy,
That would be
too.
nice. Tomorrow, you'll be going out to talk to people in town. Will this finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decide to go home early and today and get some rest. Okay. I have a kind of crackpot theory, and I can't think of anybody else who might be possibly responsible for all of this. But at the same time, I don't want to blurt out a name and then look like a complete moron. Anyway, today is the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school. Sweet. You need to investigate the town. You wonder if you'll be able to gather information you need to catch the killer. Seems unlikely. Oh boy. Okay, it's alright, we'll figure something out. Okay. We start at the shopping district. That place has always been a good starting place. And oh my god, the fog. Hello, random civilian. Can I help you? About those murders? The incident last spring? Did something happen? Oh, that's right. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about that. Well, I must be getting old, huh? Okay, not helpful. What is it? About those murders? What are you talking about? You explained about the incident involving Saki Yanamano, the female announcer. Did all that happen just last spring? Wow, it seems so long ago. Who's gonna remember something from that far back anyway? It's only like 7 months. Oh boy, Yukiko, Kanji. Just gotta keep on looking. Just gotta keep looking. There's gotta be something in here somewhere. Whoa, hello, mister, what's up? Listen to me, Rosette came to spoke with me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, about those murders. Didn't they capture the suspect and put a lid on that case? Are you done asking questions? Good, now go away. Busy talking to Rosette. Great. Fantastic! Ugh, okay. And there are very few people hanging out here, and it's very hard to see them. This fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? Oh, you have a question for me? Yeah, about those murders? A little while ago, they said that a suspect had been caught. It was in the newspaper. It was that Namatame-san, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. Oh, how horrible. It really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there were no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask somebody about this. Okay. Like this old man? The fog isn't clearing, blah, 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 blah. Yes, you're very loud. Recall anyone suspicious? Doesn't anyone like that in this town? I even know you. You're that kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. Indeed I am. Hello? Since all I hear from everyone is poison, poison, I've gotten kind of freaked out too. I wonder where I can buy a gas mask, and I can't ask you anything, okay? How about you, businessman? It's me. Do you recognize me? What am I outside? When I'm at home, I just see some news about the murders. I thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset, of course. I'm going to watch TV and then go home anyway. Even then, blah, blah, blah. I hate it. It's so depressing. I have a question. Have you seen anyone suspicious? It's a small town. If there was anybody suspicious, there would be rumors going around all over. But at least I haven't heard any news on rumors like that, so I'd say there's no such person. Okay. Let's see. Should I revisit the people I've already talked to about this stuff? Because now that I have new questions? Seems like a possibility. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You're just going, really? Any suspicious? No, I don't think I've seen any suspicious people except for you who's interrupting my conversation. Okay. Good, good, good. Nice to see people are still extraordinarily rude when it comes to conceivable world-ending shenanigans. Because you know this fog means something. I mean, come on! Bad things are going down. The fact that we're still ignoring that is weird. The fog has got to be some kind of biological weapon. It's a conspiracy! You know who I heard it was? Juness. Ah, that's right, Juness. The country of Juness is starting an all-out attack on Inaba. You are a crazy person. Alright, see anybody suspicious? A suspicious person? No, I can't think of anyone. Not from this town, anyway. Yo, lady, 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 what is it? Recall anyone suspicious? A strange person? No, I don't think I've seen any. I mean, this is a pretty small town, wouldn't you say? If I had, I'm pretty sure I remember. Okay. Can't do anything there. So how about we go and see Juness department store? Anybody over there got any information we might need? That would be just so helpful and wonderful. There's Naoto. Okay. Can I help you? Recall anyone suspicious? A suspicious person? Ah, now that you mention it, my friend was saying she saw someone. I think she was just wandering around the shopping district, so why don't you ask her? Okay. Are you talking about the one who was talking about the poison, or the other one? Because I just talked to her about this. Alright, well, okay. It's really my only lead. There's 2 female students. I'll just talk to both of them, I guess. Gotta find some info. Yo, what is it? Do you recall anyone suspicious? Eh? Someone told me that I saw a suspicious person. Oh, that. You remember Saki Konishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a while ago. She told me how that Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki. Hey, I don't know what you're implying, but you got it all wrong. Saki was a girl. It's just that people misunderstood her. She must be referring to the time when Namatame tried to warn Saki. It seems the thing about Namatame making advances on Saki was a misunderstanding. Like those 2 snooty girls during Yosuke's social link. Ah, boy. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Just gotta keep talking to people, I guess. Man, I don't freaking know what to do. I'm so confused. Okay. Freaking ghosts. Blah, blah, blah. I guess I can't really... No, nothing new. Nobody new. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should head to the floodplain. It's the only place that's left. It's my only option. And the only really actual possible place I can go, really. Unless I've missed somebody entirely. I guess it's possible. I haven't been able to see anybody. Whoa, hello. It's you. Fog's pretty thick. Yeah. Oh, and apparently I guess I said I would give him a lamp at some point. Okay, cool. That's neat. Okay, can I actually talk to you about stuff? Like, okay, really? Okay, that's interesting and everything. Yeah, okay, alright, fine, whatever. I'll do it. Sure. I can't say I actually will, but whatever. Yo, can I just ask you stuff? Ah! Okay, so I can't talk to you about stuff. Thank you! Man, was that really so hard? Okay. Just want to ask you some questions. Apparently, I'm redeeming all of these quests I never meant to do. Oh my goodness. I don't care! My knowledge and courage went up, apparently. Okay, cool. Alright, good. Can I talk to you about stuff now? No, I can't. Okay, great. Thank you, old people. You! The fuck isn't clearing up, yada yada yada. Do I need anything? About the murders. I'm sorry, all I remember is that something happened. I know it's pretty shocking, but what can I say? A lot of time has passed. Okay. Recall anyone suspicious. We've had a lot of people come to our store, but I can't say anything was particularly suspicious. Alright, anybody else around? Old Man Jenkins. Do you need something? About those murders? Now that you mention it, the town was all abuzz last spring. You remember that, don't you? Yeah, of course I do. Recall anyone suspicious? Have I seen a strange person? I don't know. Out in the country, if there was anybody strange walking around, everybody would know about it right quick. True enough. Oh, boy. What is a man supposed to do? I'm doing all I can. Literally everything I can. There's only so many people walking around this place. My God. Anybody hanging out down here? No. Okay. Dang it. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? There's never anybody at the Dojima residence. Okay, maybe I have to ask more people? I don't know. Just gonna have to keep on trying, I guess. Maybe the others have figured something out. Yosuke? Man, this fog, it still makes me feel like we're in the TV. I wonder if we can really find any clues about the killer. Hey, you know, no use whining about it now. Let's step up with the search and get that info. Right. Yukiko? Information on what happened before we entered the TV world, huh? You know about the first murder. I wonder why it happened. Let's ask around and get as much information as we can. I'll see you later. Okay, Kanji? I tried talking to this old guy earlier, but he didn't even see me. What's with the fog and all? Guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but it kind of hurt. Damn fog, hurry up and go away. I really wish we'd do more about the friggin' fog. Gotta get a giant fan up in here. It's a valid strategy. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to ask every question to every person, maybe? I don't know. Chie? Even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily, but rumors they hear from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that? It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll find anyone who still remembers them? No, it doesn't seem that way. Alright. Anything about those murders? I can't remember something from that long ago. Well, dang, aren't you a useless old man? Okay, just throw that out there again. There isn't anyone like that in this town. Right, you know me. Okay, hang on. Can I maybe recall anyone suspicious? I haven't seen anyone other weird aside from Namatame-san, huh? Nope, don't think so. Doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the suspicious person. Oh, okay, so I do have to ask the same question to everybody. And once it says that, like, you can't do it. Alright, so I don't think I asked this guy about the murders. Oh, come on, don't think things even more depressed. Yada, 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 so that's the whole thing right now. What else is there? Okay, so I guess I need to ask a few more people. Oh, right, maybe the shopping district. That one girl. I think that's the only person I haven't asked about the murders. I don't think she's actually going to know anything, but it seems to be my only real, like, the only thing I can think of. Yo, what's up? Anything about the murder? The incidents that happened last spring? I don't remember anything from that time long ago. I'm going to be studying for college, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't look like I find any more information about the incidents last spring. You gather as much information as you can. You should report back to the group. Man! We literally learned nothing. That's not good. That's not good. I better not have messed something up unintentionally. And apparently we're at the diner. You met up with your friends after you finished gathering information. Maybe they were more lucky. That'd be nice.